Southport versus Liverpool as well. Same as our top of the bill.
Yeah. Pretty soon the action will be underway.
Bit of oasis to this.
Yeah, some might say that.
Roll with it, yeah.
So I wonder if Joel have been rubbing a bit of garlic around his gloves, you know, considering Cliff's phobia of French people. You never know.
Yeah, Cliff's just stepping through the ropes now. Still looking, to be honest with you, as relaxed as he was before.
He does actually, yeah. You know, he's a big guy as well. He's quite a tall guy as well as a broad guy for a heavyweight. So it's going to be another good bout.
Bit of a better fitting head guard as well this time.
Yeah, it's either that or he's got a bigger head.
Yeah, bigger head maybe, yeah.
I actually watched Joe spar another guy who's fighting tonight, Glenn Jackson, in the gym a few weeks ago. He was quite composed, you know, and Glenn threw a few big shots at him, and he looked okay, you know, for debut fighter. He's 1-0 fighter, and he looked composed. So I think the guy's ready for a bit of a battle tonight.
As you say, though, 24 hours notice.
Yeah, you've got to give him. He's got big cojones for stepping up like that, and I always like a guy who come to fight like that. He'll definitely be game.
The benefit there, though, Chris, you know, is he hasn't had all that nervous tension burning over the weeks.
Yeah, he's definitely not had that build-up, which can sometimes affect you. It can also affect your weight. You've got to diet, but being a heavyweight, these two guys should just be able to get in there.
So he's second checking himself, you know, in the gym. You know, having doubts and all that leading up to the night. He's had none of that.
No, he's just been helping the other guys out to spar, and you know, we've been pretty relaxed. So it looks like we're ready to go. I actually thought Cliff was quite a bit taller, but there's not actually too much in them. I think he's got a bit of a reach advantage, but
similar height to me, I'd say.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, nice one, Chris.
Both looking to work the jab early on, establish the dominance. Cliff took the centre of the ring, but when I watched Joe spar, he did like to move around the outside. Yeah, he has got a nice stance there. His footwork looks quite nimble, actually.
Looks like he's got amateur experience as well.
Yeah, that style does look amateur.
That's
yeah,
He's got no weight on the front foot.
No, in and out nicely.
Nice sides on, nice movements.
Yeah, he's got his right hand glued to his head as well.
Not that Clifford's doing anything wrong so far.
No, he's working all that, and he landed the first good telling shot of the fight there with a nice right cross after the jab. Both looking for combinations. Joe looking lighter on his feet. Clifford looking like he wants to, set and get the centre of the ring and work his jab. Yeah. But like I said, Joe's style seems to be to be on the outside, come in and out, like you said before, the amateur way.
Very much, very size on. He's moving well as well. He really is moving well. Look at the footwork.
Yeah, he's coming in and out lovely, and his defence looks very good as well. But Cliff's putting the pressure on.
Well, Joe's staying out of range, isn't he, until it's time for him, until he wants to be in range, basically. Yeah,
it's looking that way. He's looking to control it without pressing forward too much.
Without stepping in recklessly.
Yeah,
Cliff doesn't want to be waiting back, he doesn't want to be waiting too much, otherwise Joe's obviously going to be picking up points. He's going to be catching Andy's eye.
Yeah, certainly. I think, to be honest, by the look in Cliff's eyes, I think he's looking, when Joe comes in, I think he's sussed that now, and I think he might be looking for a power shot.
Yeah. Right hand over the top.
Yeah, I think so.
But the problem is I haven't seen any lazy jabs from Joe yet.
And his timing looked excellent as well. He's trying to chase him into the corner. Let's see what he does now.
Trap him in the corner, yeah.
Nicely clinched up, he didn't take any damage whatsoever. Good first round.
Yeah, good first round.
Both guys getting corner advice.
For the big lad, he's not breathing too heavy there. I mean, it wasn't a fast pace the first round.
It wasn't a fast, but you find that with a lot of heavyweights though, obviously apart from some of your professionals, but in the amateurs a lot of the heavyweights start off a little bit slower. I reckon the second round might be a little bit tasty. They've had the feeling out process. they've felt a bit, what each other's about. So maybe they'll let the shots go a little bit more in this second round.
Who would you go with that first round?
I'd have to give it to Joe, if I'm quite honest. I think he came in and out. He did score the shots. At the end of the day, it's a white collar bout, and there wasn't a lot of damage inflicted on either side, but he got the basics correct. Yeah.
Cliff hasn't done nothing wrong as yet.
Absolutely nothing wrong at all.
Could you have been a little bit busier, do you reckon, in the second round?
Yeah. And I think that was the advice that was coming from his corner, and it seems to have started off that way. Yeah.
I mean, Dave Kenny's obviously from Kirby ABC. Notoriously come forward fighters.
They do. They are pressure fighters.
Great hookers.
Yeah. Dave himself, great left hook.
That's right.
Teach the guys. But there's a nice jab cross combo from Joe to keep Cliff at bay. But Cliff it is pushing forward now.
Right hand by Cliff there.
Yeah.
Times it well.
Again, both guys, like the same in the last bout, they look very, they're very relaxed and they know how to box. They've obviously been taught well. Both keeping a good eye contact. I don't know if you've noticed that. Pushing forward, nice body shot.
Nice short, nice uppercut there. Behind the double jab as well, which is
it's good to see, isn't it? Yeah. He gets a return double jab and a nice right hand coming back. Joe knows how to stop that when he clinches. Trying to force him, but Joe does know how to stop it. He's clinching well, wrapping both the arms up, making the referee stop it.
As Cliff's coming forward, try.
Yep, move to the
jab
side.
Him off and then step off to the side.
Both landed solid shots then. Yeah, he needs to just work on that little apex, doesn't he? Coming around the corners as well.
Worth noticing as well and mentioning Andy's moving well.
yeah, he looks like his legs have still got a bit of go in them.
Much over there.
No, he doesn't at all. He still looks in very good shape. I know he's still training guys himself, isn't he? Keeping busy.
Yeah.
Both guys kept a pretty similar stance when they started, so there doesn't like any fatigue setting in. And there's a second round finish.
Just slowed his feet down a little bit.
Yeah, you're probably right. The pace was a little. It started off very frantic, didn't it? I think Cliff put the pressure on, fired straight at Joe, but now I think it slowed down again near the end. Pretty close fight though. Which way would you go the second round? Yeah, you seem to be miles away there. This young lady, in skimpy attire, holding a number 2.
Admiring the tattoo.
That's what it was. Yeah. That second round, to be quite honest, there wasn't a lot between them. I'd pretty much say it was a draw, actually.
I'd like the pace to be raised a little bit now. As you say, without being reckless.
Yeah, definitely.
Just trying to throw maybe a bit more combination punching.
That's the thing with the heavyweights; they don't want to be reckless because they've always got the power to finish the fight in one shot.
Cliff needs to be drawing Joe's lead, I think maybe, and then timing him for the counter.
Yeah. He needs to find his range when Joe comes in and out. He needs to land. He needs to land them when he's coming in.
And he's trying to gear them up there, I think, for the.
Yeah. That started off nice. There's both landed good shots. Joe trying to work the jab again. Cliff parrying. Couple of exchange onside. There's a nice right hand landed there, but again they just clinch up. Hopefully they'll both start letting the hands go.
Cliff showing his confidence there, just there looking over to his surface.
Very nice little combo from Joe then, yeah. And working the jab. Cliff working the jab back though. They're both landing.
Pretty even again.
Very even. This is quite, apart from the first round where I think Joe slightly edged, say a 10-9. I'd say the second it was pretty much a draw, and this one started off in a similar ilk. Both the head guards need rearranging.
Yeah. That's the thing with the white collar, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, we all know from sparring in the gym, it can be annoying, but it's for their own safety. Oh, nice combo from Cliff. He's looking to finish. Joe clinching. Yeah, he's thrown Joe off. That was some good upper body strength there. Not a lot in those punches, and the head guard's actually off this time.
Cliff could do with keeping that pressure up now, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Joe needs the space to be able to set himself a little bit, obviously get behind this jab. You know, if Clifford's in his face like that, he's not giving him the opportunity to do that.
No, he's not going to let him set, and he's not going to work that jab. He's obviously very technically good, Joe. He does the basics well, and like I said, he's at the start, he's got that amateur style of in and out. Both getting a bit of a breather while this is on, so hopefully the pace will be fast and they'll go. Yeah, it looks like they both want to win this fight.
How long have we got left now, Chris, you think?
It's got to be 30 seconds or so. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to hear.
As a fighter, you know that, don't you? Not as much out here. But when you're in there, you know, don't you?
Yeah, when you're gasping for air and your legs are...
it's got to be the last 30.
Aren't moving very well at all. Let's see how they both finish up here.
Both tired.
I've not heard the 10-second clacker, but I've not heard it in any bout. It might just be my cauliflower ears, though.
You might have forgot it.
I probably have, yeah.
Fan of body punching myself, Chris, and obviously get my opponents on the ropes.
Yeah.
Give myself angles, whipping them hooks in, you know. Obviously Andy Olligan up there refereeing tonight, big body puncher in
very good body puncher.
And you're willing the lads to let go of the shots when you've got them on the ropes.
It's so easy when you're sat here though, isn't it, Scott?
Oh yeah, exactly, yeah. Safer there.
So that's all 3 rounds done. So
Andy keeps taking me water, but that's the worst thing that's happening.
You aren't going to argue with the guy. All 3 rounds are done. Passing it over to our MC now, Marky P. He's going to get the decision off our referee Andy, and we'll see which way this bout's gone. It's going to be very interesting who gets this. That was a very, very close fight.
Andy still looks undecided there, really. Unlucky to Cliff.
Unlucky for Cliff. I think really Joe might have took that just off the strength of the first round. He was just got landed cleaner shots.
To be honest, Andy being an ex-boxer, he's going to be swayed maybe. Nothing against Cliff, but by boxing ability.
Yeah, boxing ability rather than sort of pressure and just coming forward. But to be honest with you, both fought very, very well.
Cliff landed the bigger shots, though, I'd say. So it could have went either way.
Yeah, I thought
Cliff landed the bigger, heavier shots. Or Joe boxing well on the back.
The second and third rounds for me were very, very close.